The Amos Johnson Rag, Steve James here to demo an old favorite of mine in standard tuning, key of E, as part of the Acoustic Guitar Guide to Roots and Blues Fingerstyle Guitar, available at acousticguitar.com. This and other tunes in this series are written out in my book, Roots and Blues Fingerstyle Guitar. Guitar heroes? One of mine is Sam McGee, an original hot country finger picker. He showed me this two-part tune when I visited him at home in Tennessee and encouraged me to put my own twist to it. And I've been twisting ever since. Amos Johnson was an African-American guitar adept from central Kentucky who influenced a great many of the great players from that area. First, let's review several interesting chord shapes used in this arrangement. A three-string A chord is played at the 4th fret on the 6th, 3rd, and 1st strings. I'm using my 3rd and 4th finger to fret the 3rd and 1st string at the 4th fret, an open E string, low E string, and then fretting the G sharp at the 4th fret with my thumb. And you just don't play the other 3 strings. A first position E chord with an added D on the 2nd string is also used. E, E7. We're also going to sneak a flat 5 in there on the 3rd string. The first position B7 is familiar. Move that shape up 2 frets and pick the 5th, 4th, 3rd, and 1st strings to sound a C sharp 7. An A7 chord is played at the 2nd fret. I'm using my middle finger on the 4th string at the 2nd fret. The G string, 3rd string is open. Ring finger stops the 2nd string at the 2nd fret. And I'm placing my index finger on the 2nd string at the 1st fret so I can get that slurred C to C sharp. And I've got my 4th finger free to stop notes on the 1st string. The second part starts with a descending phrase based around this E7 chord played at the 9th through 12th frets. I'm bridging the 9th fret, top 4 strings. My 4th finger stops the 1st string at the 12th fret, and I'm going to use my 3rd finger, my ring finger, to stop the 4th string at the 12th fret. An E7 chord. And likewise, I'm going to use higher inversions of the C sharp 7 and B7 chord. For C sharp 7, I'm bridging the top 4 strings at the 9th fret. I'm placing my middle finger on the 3rd string, 1 fret above position. And I move that chord shape down 2 frets and I got the B7 right there. And I'm going to connect those 2 chords with an A diminished played around the 7th and 8th frets. 1st finger, 2nd finger, 3rd finger, 4th finger. And a lower inversion of a B7 chord. Bridge the 4th fret. Use your middle finger on the 1st string, 1 fret above the bar. I'll also use an E7 shape around the 5th to 7th frets. This is a handy chord. I'm using my low 6th string, open E, as a bass note. I'm placing my middle finger on the 4th string at the 6th fret, my index finger on the 2nd string at the 5th fret, and my ring and 4th finger fret the 3rd and 1st string, respectively, at the 7th fret. So take some time to familiarize yourself with these chord shapes before we proceed. The two parts of Amos Johnson Rag are similar. The first part starts with that 4th fret E chord. The melody is picked with the fingers on the top 2 strings. That's 4th fret, open 1st string, open 2nd string. The bass line is a little quirky. It alternates from the 6th to 3rd string, with that E on the first beat and a G sharp on the 4th fret. I'm going to stop it with my thumb. In the 3rd beat. And the second measure, I'll alternate from the 5th to 3rd string and play a B and a C sharp as low notes. The B7 chord and walking up to a C7 chord. This harmony on the 3rd and 1st string. B7 chord, 3rd and 1st string at the 3rd fret. C sharp 7, and then resolve on the 1st position E and add your 7. I'll demo just that part again slowly. Form the A7 chord. Pick the 5th and 4th strings, alternating bass line, and play this part of the melody. C sharp and C on the B string, that 2nd and 1st fret. There's an F sharp on the 1st string at the 2nd fret, open 1st string, and that C sharp on the 2nd string at the 2nd fret. Back to the E. And as I form the E chord, I'm going to use my 4th finger to slide on the 3rd string from the 2nd to 3rd fret. That's a flat 5 to 5 against the open 2nd string. Add the C sharp on top, making it a E6 chord. Then play the C sharp 7 at the 4th fret and walk it down to a B7, fret by fret. There's 4th fret, 3rd fret, down to B7. Finish out the first part by playing the same figure we used in the first 4 bars. And then use the same melody devices used previously around A7, E7, C sharp 7, and B7 chords, but play the C7 and B7 for only 2 beats each before resolving on E. Sounds like this. First part of the Amos Johnson Rag played slowly. The second part of the Amos Johnson Rag has the same chord structure as the first, but moved up the neck. Fret the E7 at the 9th to 12th frets and move the low voice on the 4th string down a fret at a time while picking a syncopated thumb and finger roll. Bonus lick. I'm using my first and middle fingers in conjunction with my third finger to add another voice to that lick. On the second string, 10th fret, 11th fret. So the downward voice on the 4th string is 12th fret, 11th fret, 10th fret, 9th fret. And then if you want to get fancy with it, add that ascending voice and okay, completely optional. Play the C sharp 7th at the 9th fret with an alternating thumb line on the 4th and 3rd string and maintain the picking pattern while moving the shape down 2 frets to B7. And resolve to an E7 at the 5th to 7th frets. Repeat the first phrase. Play the high C sharp again. And on the way down to the B7 chord 2 frets below, play this A diminished chord as a passing tone. And then I'm going to use an alternate inversion of a B7 chord at the 4th and 5th fret. Just to add a little more harmony. And the last 8 bars of the second part are identical to the last 8 bars of the first part. The second part, played slowly, sounds like this. Here are the first and second parts of the Amos Johnson Rag, played slowly. One of the salient characteristics of Sam McGee's playing was the animated meter he used on a lot of his showpieces. We're talking fast. I'm going to try this at speed. That's the Amos Johnson Rag. For more fingerstyle blues and roots instruction and songs, check out the other lessons in my acoustic guitar guide to roots and blues fingerstyle guitar at acousticguitar.com. For Acoustic Guitar, I'm Steve James.